Mr. Iashvili, for the past few weeks we are witnessing sad scenes from Georgia with daily protests and arrests. How do you view the current situation? What is the driving factor for the crisis? And do you expect further violence?
The government suddenly changed the direction and the path. So like 9 days ago, on 28th of November, they suddenly suspended not the accession talks, because we haven't started yet the accession talks, just the talks about the EU membership at all. And they say that they suspended for 4 years, which means forever in this situation, in this context. We have the up to 500 arrested people, and the people are arrested in the metro stations, in the subway stations, just for wearing and having the national flag. Nothing more. They're by the metro police. We have the police in each metro station. They just do the kind of checking whatever they have. And they found out there is nothing. I mean, the guys, the students, 19 years old, 18 years old students, getting just Georgian flag. And they're arrested because of that, because they know that they're going to the protests. The reason, most of them, they say it's administrative one, kind of revolution, preparation of the revolutionary scenarios and whatever, an administrative one starting from 2 years, 3 years, or something like that. We have been arrested, we've seen arrested a couple of politicians, political party members who are kind of waiting for their, because they were arrested 2 days ago, around 7 years or even 9 years, just for standing. The journalists have been directly kicked, and just 3 or 4 places heads are damaged, and there we have up to 15 journalists directly, and there is on air, there is a record, and they were in live, that the special forces saying that's specifically for you, and they name even the names. It's not just accidental one. I'm really optimistic in the way in my life, but in this situation I'm hearing and I'm listening, and I really think that it will go definitely violent, more violent, because now it's about the fair. So they want to show that if you don't cancel your protests, we will do more, but people getting more and more. So at some point, one side should somehow suspend their activities and do whatever the other one's asking, or at least stabilize.
How was the decision to suspend the negotiations with the European Union by the Georgian Prime Minister perceived by the general population? The Georgian Dream political party won the elections, but how much in reality are the Georgians against EU membership?
During the pre-election campaign, the main promise from the Georgian Dream was that despite we don't fulfill the requirements from the EU recent years, wherever happens, they still need us, and they still give us the candidacy. What happened last year because of the protests. So they packed this in a way that despite all this, we have honor, and we will enter EU with our honor without fulfilling any requirements. And we will dictate our rules to the EU. So what happened? In general, around 80% of the Georgian population is pro-EU.
How vulnerable is Georgia in this period from foreign interference? How do you view the Russian position towards the country, especially since Russia controls 20% of Georgian territory?
Interference from the outside is significant. There is no day within these protests when there is no official statement from the Russian Federation, any representatives. Twice Putin did the statement. He said that I see how well-behaving Georgian government, despite they're not with us, but I see and I like them, how they behave, and maybe we will think about some close cooperation. And Lavrov, Zakharova, and all the others are making the statements about the things that how the Western-funded revolutionary scenario have been failed, and how the brave Georgians are behaving anti-Western, and they are defending their culture, traditions, and wherever.